I do have one more game up my sleeve tonight. This is another oldie. This is another oldie. People have been wanting me to play this for a while. But I never really wanted to because it was unfinished. How come I don't see it? There we go. I think I can close this out. No more Winamp music. I think this game has some music of its own. But let's see how good this works. Oh no, spoilers! What is it? What could it possibly be? Doesn't fit my stream window exactly, but I guess it'll have to. Yes, Neo Scavenger. It has finally been released as version 1.0. Whoops. Whoops, double whoops, just ruin all the things right now. Yeah, apparently I accidentally just almost muted my mic, but didn't exactly. Horrible me, I'm the worst streamer ever. Not professional in the slightest. They should revoke all of my pay. Cut my salary in half. Also, I want to know is this game on Hitbox? It's got Neo Tokyo, Neo Scavenger. There we go. Okay. That should be a lot better. I don't know if this game justifies 15 euros or not. It depends how valuable 15 euros is to you. It's finished, and they've officially released it, but they're still adding things to it from what I can tell. I'm using the special extra beta edition or something. Oh, let me get my face cam set up, guys. Face cam incoming. Hang on a second. Let me get it. I just have to turn it on for a second. God damn it! Everybody's always wanted to know what I look like. Well, let me turn my face cam on. Let me just get it loaded up here. Spoilers for everyone. You guys will be the first. The first and the most special. Gotta find my picture here. I don't know where I put it. Okay. There we go. There's my face cam. So, I think we'll go ahead and start a new game here. These are the abilities we can choose to start from. Let's choose to start with. It shows these little squares up in the top corner to show us how many points it takes to use them. I know, the spoiler is you guys have always known what I look like. Good God. All this time. And everybody thought that was just a cartoon drawing. I don't understand. Okay, we're going to take hiding, because it's incredibly useful. We're also going to take botany. That gives us knowledge of herbs, fungi, and other plants. That way we don't eat something that's going to absolutely kill us. Take metabolism. I'm going to min-max as best I can. Skill at manipulating computers. Tracking. We'll take tracking as well. I'm also going to take I don't know here. Actually, yeah, let me check something here. I don't know if this will even load GIFs. I'm sure it will. If it doesn't, I don't know what to say. I mean, that should be the GIF right there. It should be animated, but I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it's animated to me anyways. Oh well. So, take fragile, give us a few more points. Physical wounds, pain, and infections are more severe. Healing is slower. Out of shape. Insomniac, nah. Trapping can trap and prepare animals. That would definitely help for food. Athletic, less fatigue per move, can run away faster in battle, can run further on map. We'll take athletic. And I've got 3 points left, which means I can take mechanic or lockpicking. No, Grimmeth. People have paid me to have that face cam. Must have it. Must keep it. Can't remove it. Yeah, I think I will remove it though. I don't want it up there. Lockpicking or mechanic? Anybody who knows anything about this game, give me a little bit of a heads up. What should I take, mechanic or lockpicking? I'm not sure what's going to be more useful in the long run. Strangely enough, Mofleeker, 7PNWY is the name of the file that I put on there. Well, go figure, democracy fails again. I've got one for mechanic and one for lockpicking. See, with lockpicking, I think I can eventually get a crowbar so I can just pry doors and stuff open, and then I don't really need lockpicking as far as I'm concerned. I could be wrong about that. However, for mechanic, I don't know if there's anything that can replace having actual knowledge of mechanical systems and components. I think I'm going to go with mechanic. I've already got stealth. That's what hiding is for. So, we're just going to confirm this. And here we go. We wake up disoriented, slumped over the base of an empty cryo sleep pod, still damp from cryo fluid. The thick dust from the floor clings to your skin, leaving a clean spot on the ground where a large 05 is painted. Across the room there's an open door to the hallway and a broken window leading outside. Just as you gather your wits, an unearthly scream erupts from down the hall beyond the doorway. Something is coming, and fast. So, because of our skills, we can use them to do different things. We can use mechanic and rig the door to stay shut, which I think we will do. Using a common maintenance override code, you switch the door controls into maintenance mode, forcing the door closed and locked. The creature howls madly, slams into the door and rams it a few times, before its muffled sounds recede again. So, let's go ahead and search the console for records here. We check the console for any patient info and come across 3 records. Tank number 1 had Anton Blubber. Tank number 5 had Philip Kindred, which should be us since we fell out of tank number 5. No data on anything there. Committed. We were the last one to be committed, it looks like, in 2019-09-15. And our billing info leads back to Detroit Savings Bank. Okay. And tank number 6, Lloyd Blank Check. Just take all the money. We can use tracking to search for clues. The dust on the ground makes it easy for your trained eye to pick out one set of tracks in particular. They seem to belong to a humanoid dragging something, probably a mantle or cloak. It was here fairly recently, probably in the past 24 hours. It entered through the doorway, walked to your stasis tank, went to the control console, and then left. So the only thing left we can do now is climb out the window. We decide to go outside and see if we can figure out where we are. Avoiding the broken glass, we step onto the sill and outside, rustling some plants that have grown wild in the area. It's cool outside and damp, probably morning. The distant report of a gun catches your attention. You cock your head listening, but it's over as quickly as it started. Obviously, you're not alone out here, though that doesn't necessarily comfort you. We're in a parking lot of the Gaija's cryo facility, but everything looks disused and in disrepair. Plants have pushed their way through the pavement and over the facility. Worst of all, nothing looks familiar. You don't remember this place or even who you are. Your frustration mounts, but you catch it and put it in check. Might as well take a look around. So, when traveling the world of Neo Scavenger, there's the investigation icon. There's one that has items in it. This means we can scavenge. This means we can just pick items off the ground. Okay, so items on the ground is a shard. I'm going to take that. Probably not even good for anything. I doubt I can use it as a weapon. No, it doesn't even count as a weapon. So we start with our hospital gown on. I could take it off if I wanted to. But let's scavenge here. The cryo facility. Okay. We have a full loot bar, a full safety bar, and a full sneak bar. Let's see what we find. What we find is the ability to re-enter the cryo facility, which I am not really interested in doing. Okay, we'll just move here. As we approach the town, there is no sign of activity. Buildings stand in ruin. Vehicles are overturned and blackened with fire. Explosion marks radiate outward from walls and pavement. In the distance, strange-looking creatures circle in the sky, like monstrous leathery vultures. The world has drastically changed from what we knew. Some sort of cataclysm has befallen Earth, returning mankind to the Dark Ages, and along with it, your hopes of finding a warm meal and some answers. We decide to look around and scavenge what we can from the ruins. Also, I'm trying to pay attention to chat, but it's probably not going to happen. So, let's scavenge this place. We have a storage shed and an abandoned house. Because of our skills here, we can use mechanic, which gives us a little bit of safety, and hiding, which gives us extra sneak. There's hardly any loot here anyways. So, we probably won't find anything. Nope. Pretty much just a big old waste of turn. And an abandoned house. The suburbs were hit hard in the collapse, with masses of people fleeing urban centers in search of supplies and supernatural threats encroaching from the wilds. The suburbs became the front lines in a war for survival. Still, houses like these are so numerous that some have been entirely missed by scavengers, and they tend to be less likely to fall over than the bigger buildings in urban centers. So, the problem with adding some of these on is that you lose a chance for loot. I'm not too worried about safety, and if I put hiding on, it'll boost my sneak up, but I'll have no chance to get loot. So, our activity has potentially alerted nearby enemies, whatever. I'm going to take a tarp. We're going to walk around with it in our hand, since I don't even have a backpack to carry it in. And, let's see. It's a long way to the ground from the top of the office building. A section of the floor has recently collapsed. Frightened screams of a woman echo off the walls. She's dangling in space, held by one arm of another enclaver. Doesn't look like he has enough muscle to pull her up over the ledge to safety. We could run for help, but we risk the floor giving way under our extra weight. Nearby, we notice the enclaver's backpack, temporarily abandoned in the crisis. We can quietly sneak in and take the backpack. We can leave both of them to die, or we have to risk it all and go in and try to help. Well, obviously we're going to run in and try to help. It's still so early in the game that I'm gonna be a good guy. I have nothing to lose at this point. So, let's risk it all. Halfway there, the floor gives way. We fall to the next floor onto a pile of plaster and plastic. They, however, aren't so lucky. We hear the screams of the pair as they hit terminal velocity. Gingerly wriggling your fingers and toes, you hope that everything is still intact. It was a nasty fall after all. Okay. So there's pebbles and stones laying around. Well, of course, nothing good ever happens whenever I try to be a nice guy. Let's just go ahead and end the turn here and rest for a second. That way we can get back to scavenging. Crumbling apartment building. Avoid dangerous structures and pitfalls, but that still takes my loot chance down. I'm gonna just go with it. And we found some stuff. We found a cornucola plastic bottle and a Pearson Ravager multi-tool pocket knife. Hey, a disposable shopping bag. We can use that. So, put my tarp in there. Don't know how good it'll be. Put the bottle, scraps of foil. That is true, Grimmett. The nice guys finished last. But I still gotta risk it, damn it. There's gotta be some light in the darkness. No useful items, yeah. I'm not gonna use any of my special abilities while scavenging, like hiding or mechanic just yet. Scavenge a hex. I'm gonna scavenge this one, I said. Nope, not a damn thing. So over here in the marshlands, there's some junk. It looks like probably some type of mushrooms or something. If I had to guess, we're not going to worry about it though. End of this turn. And hopefully I can find some clothes or something before temperature becomes a problem. I don't find anything in that building either. We approach a destroyed office building. Perhaps we can find some paper clips to steal. And unfortunately there's nothing there either. Everything around the cryo facility has been scavenged, picked clean by vultures over the years. For some reason, though, the cryo facility was never completely destroyed, and it still had power. Our activity has alerted nearby foes. However, this early in the game, I'm not really sure it's something I have to worry about. Could be wrong. Thank goodness. Cargo khaki pants. Let's put those on. Makeshift rag shoe. A JB Viper tactical boot. Goes on the right foot. Do I have any for my left? No. Well. Coaster will. Problem is, I don't think a cornucola t-shirt. I don't think I should wear just one shoe. Brown t-shirt will double those t-shirts up. I'm pretty sure if I wear just one shoe, it's going to hurt me. It might be better just to go with one shoe for the time being. Put that tarp up. Somehow there is a way to flip these items. I just don't know how. Well, say, whenever I was playing this game, I think yesterday or the day before, I wore one shoe. It gave me blisters on my feet. Oh, WASD, there we go. It's like spacebar? No. I'm gonna take this boot with me. But yeah, it gave me blisters on my feet that I didn't get until I wore just one shoe. But actually, what if I do that? What if I put a makeshift rag shoe on? I've got improper footwear. Whatever. I can't put a right shoe on my left foot and just hope for the best. That'll be a bad day too, if I'm not mistaken. So we're cut on some broken glass. It was a stupid mistake, but we're trying to reach a blocked room from outside. We cut ourselves on the broken glass from the window. It'll sting for a while, but it isn't anything serious. Okay. Now that we've got shoes on too, we can have one extra move per turn, so I'm not going to move into the forest just yet. We see a little hut down here. Somebody's survival hut, possibly, in another city. Let's see what we can find. A shack in the forest. Being far removed from urban centers, this secluded shack may have more promise. However, it could also be the home of a survivalist or militia member. I'm just going to go in. And hey, we get a sleeping bag. Put that there. Okay. Sleeping bags are good. If we drop a sleeping bag on the ground before we end a turn, it'll help prevent us from freezing so easily. So, yeah, we're not going to wear lopsided shoes. That's a bad thing. Let's drop you. End the turn. I'll probably forget at some point to pick that stuff back up, but whatever. No useful items found. Okay. Take you back. Have to do that every single time. Kind of a pain. We've got a storage shed and a shack in the forest, so we'll be here for a while. Do I already have painful blisters? Isn't that some bullshit? Clean rags. Yes, I do have blisters on my feet. Go figure. The makeshift rag shoe doesn't actually count. I would have been better off not wearing anything at all. Okay. Drop you. I wish there was a way to end the turn from this screen, because I spend a whole lot of time switching between screens too. So what do we have here in the shack? We found something. It is a rifle scope. Okay. Keep that in case I ever get lucky enough to actually find a rifle. Probably won't, but hey, at least we've got a scope now. So I'm not going to go back this way, because we'll find another city at some point, as long as we're just patient. I'm not going to keep dropping my... Oh, bugger. I'm not going to keep dropping that sleeping bag every single night unless I'm actually freezing. A crowbar, which, hey, that's what I was looking for earlier. Oh, can you see it? Can you use that to look further? That's kind of nice. It's just a shame I don't have anything to store my sleeping bag in or the crowbar now. So it all pretty much I have to keep the crowbar in my hand. Which makes me sad. Makes a sad plump. Let's see. Use the crowbar to get more loot. Don't mind if I do. And we find a monkey wrench and a rifle shoulder strap. So we've got everything we need to make an upgraded rifle, I think, if I find it. We've got the scope and a strap. I just need to find the rifle. And a monkey wrench that I can't really do anything with unless I throw this bottle away, which I might as well. Because I'm not really thirsty, and I can find those bottles all over the place. What do we have here? I think that's it's an isotope mine. I've never actually seen a mine before. Okay. Climbing a barren hill, you notice a trail heading off into a narrow ravine. Moisture-loving slime clings to the walls. Plastic detritus eddies and swirls. Off to one side, you notice a pile of bones. The large, cracked skull reminds us of a moose, or at least that's what we think it is. Ragged, battered bones, bleached. A pair of men's trousers snagged on a bush nearby. Died eating tainted meat. Wouldn't be the first to fight the maggots for a piece of rotting animal flesh, you'd wager. The ravine walls pinch in like the lips of an angry, disapproving spouse. Ducking under an overhanging rock, you realize how vulnerable you are. Trapped in the narrow gut of the ravine and unable to climb the slippery, slime-covered walls, you're easy prey. Maybe that's how they got the moose? Then you notice the sign. Hard not to. Hand-painted letters on weathered board, head height and hammered onto a rustic door. Isotope mine. Beware of the tiger. Beware of the tiger, huh? We can use hiding skill to quietly open the door and sneak in. We can yell that we're armed and dangerous. We can yell out a friendly greeting, or just leave the mine. Beware of the tiger. It's the mine of the tiger. I think we're going to use hiding, actually. Quietly open the door and sneak in. We sneak up to the door and reach forward to push it open. The door hasn't seen oil for a long time, as the hinges threaten to groan louder than our belly. Pausing, we wait for some ambient noise outside to mask the sound, then push fast to minimize the creak. Once inside, we leave the door as is. If something's in here, the glaringly bright doorway will work to our advantage. The lobby's rectangular, empty. Rough-hewn rock walls ooze discolored water that drips into stagnant pools on the floor. The lighting is poor, but you can easily make out another door at the far end as a bright light peeks out from under. There appear to be a lot of dark stains on the ground and decaying organic matter plastered to the walls. And it smells bad. Moving across the lobby, you notice a hidden alcove. You freeze upon the realization that a large animal lurks within. Its eyes look strangely dead, though. The overlong fangs protruding from its mouth remind us of a prehistoric documentary we once saw as a child. Woolly mammoths roamed the planet in all their 3D holographic glory. Roamed far and wide. Kept roaming until a saber-toothed tiger pack clawed up their backs and brought them crashing to the ground. We vividly recall the alpha male sinking his fangs deep into the neck of the mammoth, working his big jaw from side to side until blood gushed in a torrential outpouring straight towards the camera. We bolt for the door, hurling ourselves through and slamming it shut behind. In all the excitement, we trip and end up in an ungainly heap on the floor. Looking around, we're surprised to find ourselves in a large, clinically white, well-lit room. Dials, shelves, and instrumentation are arranged in neat rows along the walls. Disheveled signs of human habitation everywhere else. Before us is a short, owlish man dressed in a dirty laboratory coat, peering through Coke bottle glasses. Radiation dosimeters cover his chest, all tinted deep red. Bending, he offers you an oil-stained hand. Struggling to your feet, you gather your thoughts. "Bob," says the radiated mole, introducing himself. "Damn tiger ain't been working properly for days. Bad for business." Bob seems more concerned with the tiger than our well-being. "Old Gertrude's mine. Saber-toothed tiger. Made her myself." Bob waves his hands encompassing most of the well-equipped room. "Surprising what you can rig with the right kit and plenty of time on your hands. Saw a fancy version once, in a museum. Made myself a copy. Metal version. Trouble is, certain folk just don't get it. Get that I provide a desirable service to the locals. Don't like what I do." Bob picks up a modified soup can and tosses it over to us. "See that? RTG power cell. Couple of thermocouples hooked up to a Pew 238 isotope. Hot bricks, I call them. Enough power there to keep the lights on till winter." Dubiously, we inspect the can. You can see the wires inside. A standard power connection on the base. It feels warm to the touch. Pu-238, as in plutonium? That's right. Some customers don't like the side effects. I tell them that I live here. Ain't done me no harm. Made me and... hang on a sec. Goddamn, this game has a lot more reading than I thought it would, and it's starting to kill my throat again. Yeah, made me an animatronic tiger to deal with the angry ones. The Avon lady don't knock on my door no more. Know what I mean? Bob bursts into a fit of wheezing, asthmatic laughter. "So tell me, fella, why are you here, huh?" What, one of my hot bricks?" His voice darkens. "Are you out to take what's mine, huh?" He rests a hand on a nearby rifle. "Had plenty of those types lately. Looters, bandits. Of course, none of them made it past Gertrude out there. Or maybe you're one of them good Samaritan types then. Can't see no halo, though." Bob peers at us suspiciously. "Sure you ain't one of them government people?" Bob becomes nervous, eyes bulging. "That thorium reactor downstairs? Never touched it. Never will. All that radiation therapy stuff? Still there." His tone becomes more agitated. "You covered this place up and abandoned it, so I might have borrowed some isotopes. What of it?" Eyes about to pop, Radiation Bob wields the rifle, pointing it menacingly. "Huh, buddy? What you gonna do about it? Ain't got no time for government." "God damn, ramble on, buddy." Hurriedly, we reassure Bob that we aren't a customer, looter, nor government agent. In fact, we inform him, in our most sincere, placating voice, that we're here to help. That's so. Like a punctured balloon, Radiation Bob visibly deflates. "You'll have to excuse my country manners, then. E'er since I collected up those isotopes from downstairs, haven't been myself." He taps the dosimeters pinned to his chest. "That big old reactor's leaking, I reckon. Had to weld the door shut to protect my manhood. Say, you wouldn't happen to know anything about computers, would you? think Gertrude's brains are scrambled outside of my expertise. I can use my multi-tool to offer what I can do. I can ask about the power cell. Let's ask about the power cell and then maybe offer what we can do. Oh, he says, distracted, then becomes more animated. Oh, you mean the hot bricks? Sure, sure. Think I got a spare around here. Boxes are pushed about, papers displaced. What you got to offer? I don't know what this is. Isn't that necklace thing that I'm wearing? We can trade it for a hot brick. Okay. I think that'll work, he says, handing us the cell. He starts looking for a good place to put our payment and ultimately just places it in a container on the counter. So, I actually wasn't thinking this through whenever I decided to take this. I should have realized I was not going to have nearly enough room for all my shit. I don't rightly care, guys. It's not like I'm going to survive long enough to figure out what that necklace does or what it's used for anyways. So. Well. Let's offer what we can do. Radiation Bob introduces us to Gertrude. It looks even scarier up close. All sharp metal angles and crazy welds. Fangs that look like they'd slice through diamond. Bob squints at us suspiciously. You sure you know about pooters? That little tool you got don't look like no terminal to me. Reassuring Bob that we indeed do know our way around sophisticated high-end technology, we bend to the task, trusty pliers in hand. The skeptical Bob wanders off, asking you to inform him when the job's done. 10 minutes later, we begin to feel warm. 20 minutes in, and we're so hot that sweat is starting to roll down our cheeks, drip, drip, dripping onto the inner workings of the Tiger. Investigating, we determine that the heat is emanating from the rear of the beast. And opening a hatch cover, one of Bob's hot bricks peeks cheekily out at us. With a start, we remember a jury-rigged soup can. Power cell full of plutonium isotopes. Bad. Disastrously bad. Disgusted, we give the beast a hefty kick and leave, searching for Bob to tell him that he'll have to fix it himself. Still angry, we wonder if we have Bob to thank for cancer now. Boy, try to be a nice to a fella, and what do you get? Kicked in the ghoulies is what? Best you left now before I lose my sense of humor. And don't bother coming back either. You ain't welcome. Bob hefts the rifle and makes it clear that he is willing to use it. Reluctantly taking our leave, we gingerly open the door to the mine lobby. It appears to be empty. No sign of Gertrude. Don't worry, Bob says behind us. I've deactivated her. That music is really damn loud for me. Half walking, half running, we head for the exit. Suddenly, Bob slams the door shut. A muffled voice shouts, "Feeding time!" Terrified, we glance at the alcove, expecting the Tiger to leap out at us at any moment. It's time to run. Fast. Very fast. But not fast enough. With a wobbly, mechanical pounce, the saber-toothed terror is upon us, knocked sideways. We feel a sharp metal fangs rake across our back, but we retain our feet and manage to stagger out the entrance door. We can hear the Tiger ricocheting off the walls back in the mine lobby. Guys, you gotta bitch at me when the music's too loud. You can't just say it's amazing. Despite the pain, you run the length of the ravine, putting the isotope mine out of sight and out of mind. You finally come to a halt at the head of the trail and attempt to do something about the gaping wounds in our back. It's not the loss of blood or the flapping flesh that worries us. It's the infection. Those fangs looked about as sterile as a bucket full of fly-blown moose gizzards. So, oh boy. I'm in pain. Bob is a dick. So, my left upper leg was slashed. Slashed into ribbons, probably. I don't know if there's a way... Yeah, there we go. Minor cut, minor bleeding, minor pain. I've got minor bruising. I've got a minor cut and minor pain on my head. It's all around bad. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? I take one step and there's a sudden roar and a rush of dry air as blinding blue-white light bathes the area. Formless darkness begins to appear from within, and soon it emerges, an impenetrably black silhouette, endlessly coasting, casting off fragments of itself. Orange burns from its center, pierced by the scattering fragments of black. It's already moving by the time we can resolve its shape, and its crude, chalk-white face is fixed on us. As it starts closing the gap towards us, we notice its mantle of blackness dragging on the ground, like those tracks at the cryo facility. It's a Murga Wrath? Yeah, bad things are probably going to happen. So, at least I know now that the necklace is somewhat important. Let's go ahead and just run away. It already knows where I'm at, so sprint away. Crawl towards. I'm falling, I'm bleeding. Well, how do I see how close it is? Range 22, let's go ahead and get up. I'm still bleeding. Okay, let's not run like a psychopath. Let's see. Desperate retreat. Let's just retreat. Apparently I did not. Range 20. Must be out of all enemies' ranges. Well, I'm probably totally screwed here, guys. It is a Murga Wrath. I don't want to move closer. Let's just fall back. I don't think falling back saved me at all. Keep trying to retreat, maybe. Down to 19. Oh god. Run. I didn't fall, amazingly. Like, how many spaces can I fall back? I'll fall back all day if I have to. Good lord. As long as I don't fall, just don't fall. Sprint away. Keep going. I'm gonna fall down at some point. I have to pick my ass back up. Range 36, range 40. That's fine. Because it actually puts a lot more distance between us here. Do this. Can I try to retreat now? There we go. There's Murga Wrath. Oh, god damn it. I have to end my turn. I don't have any moves left after all that. Of course it's going to pounce upon me again. No, maybe not. Okay. Let's just go. Let's just get out of here. No, go away! What I need to do... God. I need to get far enough away. I don't know how far it can see. Hide my tracks. And dive into the woods here. And it still found me. I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away from this thing. So, and there's a melon head right there. Well, I'm just screwed, guys. If I didn't have blisters on my feet and I could move 5 spaces, we would totally be safe. Move here. And nothing's visible. Let's see if I can take cover and just hide. Blind retreat, no. Let's just wait. Let's just keep waiting. Maybe it'll go away. Blind attack, no. Oh fuck, it found me. Range 1. Oh no, I'm gonna die. It found me hiding. I can't do anything else. Go figure. Oh, well, rest in peace, Plump One. We survived for 16 hours. I'm not entirely sure how even if I could have run away from that thing, it can just run and keep up with me. I think it's got the same amount of moves as I do, maybe one more. That bastard. So yeah, he murdered me. Player has a concussion. The last thing I remember is what? Player is bleeding, fell to the ground. Last thing I remember is just game over. That's the last thing I remember. So, bad times all around. Anyways, guys, I've been streaming for like 4 hours now, maybe 5 hours, something close to that. I'm going to end the stream with that death. I may stream again in another hour or two, but I need to go get some food. Drink a couple glasses of tea, since I don't actually chug them down while I'm talking too much. Let my throat rest up for a little bit. No, not right now. I might actually do Ivan when I come back. But again, that'll be in an hour or two. Yeah, next time I know now, don't trade away the necklace. I knew that the necklace was important for something. It had that look. But, you gotta try. You gotta live and learn. Yep, thanks everyone for showing up. I'll be streaming every night for the next 2 days, probably. Always around midnight, because that is the plumping hour.